Hi, my name is Chris Young, and I'm a shoulder specialist with OrthoVirginia here in Richmond, Virginia. And I was asked to do a little video chat on what I would recommend for folks if they could only do one thing to improve their shoulder health. And so the shoulder joint is a unique joint because even though it's a ball and socket joint, and the shoulder joint has the most motion of any joint in the body. Nonetheless, the shoulder has a tendency to get stiff, and probably more so than most joints in the body. So if you go and see a doctor with OrthoVirginia and you're over the age of 40, you're probably going to get diagnosed with either a rotator cuff problem, which is the tendons at the top of the shoulder, and they can range from impingement all the way to rotator cuff tears, or you could be diagnosed with arthritis, or you could be diagnosed with adhesive capsulitis. And with this current COVID crisis going on right now, some of you may be home waiting for surgery because elective surgery has been delayed in order to minimize the impact of the coronavirus. So there's one exercise which I think is the best thing that people can do to maintain shoulder health throughout their life, and it's good for all of those conditions, for rotator cuff conditions, it's good for arthritis in the shoulder, it's good if you have a frozen shoulder, and it's a good thing to do to keep your shoulder in good health while you're waiting for surgery. And that is what we call wall walking. So a great thing to do for people to do is to keep their shoulder flexible by walking your hand up the wall. And the way that we recommend doing that exercise is putting your feet at about 45 degrees to the wall, and then your hand on the wall. And you can walk your arm up the wall to get it as high as you can, and then lean in. And the goal is ultimately to kind of have your underarm against the wall. If your shoulder's stiff, it may only go so high, and you just try to get a little bit more every day. And if you just do this for 10 seconds, 2 or 3 times a day, then that's a really effective way of maintaining the roundness and the suppleness and the flexibility of the shoulder, which is really good for the shoulder health. If you do it and it causes a little pain while you're doing it, that's okay, as long as the pain goes away after you bring your shoulder down. If you do the stretch and it hurts really bad, and then you bring it down and it still hurts bad for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, then you did the stretch too hard. Also, when you're doing the stretch, as you come down, if you push on the wall, it will feel better than if you let your arm drop down. So this is something that I think actually everybody should do for their shoulder. It only takes a few seconds. You can do it once a day if you have a normal shoulder, or twice a day if you have any of those conditions. And you just do that every day just to kind of keep the shoulder nice and loose. A good time to do it is in the shower, because it keeps your shoulder nice and flexible, and it's nice and warm in the shower, so it's easy to do a good stretch. And so that's what we recommend for shoulder health, for all of those conditions: rotator cuff conditions, frozen shoulders, and arthritis in the shoulder. If you have any questions, feel free for you to give us a call with OrthoVirginia. Have a great day and stay safe.